everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of Ask the Crown. I'm Elizabeth Seyfried, Miss United States 2014, and Miss World America's 2015. I'm so excited to be introducing the 2015 class of Miss World America, who will be competing this summer in Washington, D.C. in July.
Hi everyone, I'm Kaylynn Keller, your Miss Wyoming World 2015.
Tell us about where you're from and your family and your community.
I'm from central Wyoming in a small town of about 10,000 people. The town's called Riverton. The people here are extremely inviting and welcoming. They don't care if you're from out of state or from out of town. They welcome you with open arms. So it's been a really nice place to grow up in, and I absolutely loved it. You know, you can go out and ride your bike and not have to worry. And I just have a huge place in my heart for this town. It is exactly what you would think of when you think of small town. And I'm happy to have grown up here, and I grew up with my older sister, who's 23 now. She's married with 2 beautiful daughters, and my parents, who have been married for 24 and a half years, they are my biggest inspirations. My dad is legally blind, and my mom works at Wyoming Community Bank.
Knowing what you know now, if you could write a letter to yourself when you were young, what would you say?
If I could write myself a letter when I was younger, I'd probably tell myself to relax a little bit, just enjoy my childhood and realize that you're going to make mistakes. Things happen for a reason, but those mistakes are exactly what mold us into the person we are today. And not to sweat the petty stuff, you know, it's just something that I think that every little kid struggles with growing up. You need to just realize that this is part of life, but it is molding you into a better version of yourself.
Tell us about your Beauty with a Purpose project and how you selected it.
My Beauty with a Purpose project is fighting animal cruelty, and I selected this because it's something that I have been serious and passionate about since I was a little kid. I've always volunteered at our local animal shelter since I was a little girl. You know, I watched the animal shows where they would rescue animals at the ASPCA, and I always saw how miserable and sad those animals were until they came along and they made a huge difference in their lives. And I think that animals need a voice, and I would love to do that. This is actually something that I've planned my life around. I'm actually continuing college to get my master's in zoology and wildlife conservation so that I can work in animal sanctuaries around the world.
Knowing that Miss World is a community ambassador, tell us why you should be Miss World America.
I think that I possess some of the biggest qualities of a true leader. I definitely think the most endearing qualities are a big heart and a big personality, which I definitely have both. My heart, I'm very passionate and dedicated to things that most people probably wouldn't be. And my personality, I'm really relatable. I love to talk. You could talk to me about anything, you know, and I'll be like, oh yeah, totally. So I'm a very down-to-earth person. I'm not judgmental, and I think that I'm really easy to get along to and relate with.
Tell us a fun fact.
I actually have 2 fun facts, and they both have to do with my legs. So my left leg is actually a little bit shorter than my right, just because when I was a baby it was born out of place, and that caused it to grow at a weird angle. So my bone is actually sitting like this. So my leg is actually just maybe 2 inches shorter than my right. And on my right foot, my veins make a perfect symmetrical peace sign. And it's kind of weird. I always joke about being a peace child, but there's an actual circle and the 3 lines on the inside. So it's kind of cool. If you ever get the chance to meet me, I'll have to show you, so just ask.
Thank you so much to everyone who let us interview them on Ask the Crown, and thank you to everyone for watching. I'm so excited to meet all the women in Washington, D.C. in July who will be competing for Miss World America.